everyone. This week I'm going to talk about mandated reporting. This is something that I have had experience with across multiple agencies and in different positions that I've had throughout my social work career. And it's always interesting to me how differently agencies handle it. So I'm also looking forward to hearing some feedback from all of you about how the agencies or places that you work for handle mandated reporting. So I had done some time, um, I had worked for a bit with Child Protective Services specifically, and was one of the caseworkers that went out on new reports and assessments, and so and have had to make new reports on families that I had worked with. One of the options, or I guess ways to proceed once you receive a report is the report and your findings of your assessment and investigation so dire that the child needs to be removed immediately? Or is there a way to work with the family to keep the children at home under what they call a safety plan? So essentially, behaviors the parents won't engage in, services that they may, like some in-home services for the children if they're struggling, or various different things. And so, I had a few families where they were working with us under a safety plan. The children remained in the home and we checked in very frequently with them. That I ended up having to make further reports on, and discussing our findings and the reasoning behind that. So I've had some firsthand experience there since my short tenure there, because I became a mother myself and just decided that was not an area that I could continue to work in and balance it all, like be able to walk away from and come home and have a full cup with my family. I've worked in various other agencies where I've had to make reports. And through the first 8 weeks, I heard a lot of people referencing frustrations around when reports are made and nothing seems to be done about it. There is a lot of criteria that's followed. And in my current agency that I work in, of course, I don't make that decision on my own. So there is a hierarchy. Like if I work with adults. So at most, my reports would be adult protective reports. The person is just declined, and they really lack the capacity to be able to safely remain in their apartment, and care for themselves within the level of practice that we offer. And treatment that we offer. So I always, anytime I meet a new client or person that I'm going to be working with, I always let them know that I'm a mandated reporter, and I give them an opportunity to ask me what that means, what my process is prior to reporting something. Would I have a conversation with them first? Would I do it behind their back? Would I, how would I proceed? And within my agency, it's very much a team approach. So I would bring my concerns first to the client. Hey, this is what I'm observing. Are you feeling these ways as well? What can we do to help? And start our intervention a little sooner versus going like right A to Z. And then I would loop in my supervisor as well. And if A to Z didn't work, right, we'd be having different conversations. And from there, we would pull in our direct administrator, who would then help aid the process. And certainly I may be the one to call and make the report. The agency is perfectly fine with that, but that's after a conversation with a supervisor. And certainly if it was something that I didn't feel comfortable doing, my supervisor would step in and support with that. So, I feel comfortable as a mandated reporter. I feel comfortable with telling somebody. I also always give somebody the option to be a part of the conversation. So, hey, I'm seeing X, Y, and Z. I'm really worried about your ability to care for yourself. We have tried this and this and this, and things are just getting really unsafe. It's time for us to have some other people step in, and make a report beyond what we can offer you here. Do you want to sit in while I make that call? Do you want me to do it without you? How do you want this to look? Because I still truly believe in empowerment and empowering my clients and my residents to have a voice, even in tough times, because ultimately, it is their life. It is their outcome. And, I still certainly believe that they have a right to that process. Will it always be the outcome that they want? No. Might an upper hand have to be forced a little bit? Yes. But I think maintaining that strong rapport and transparency throughout that process will help maintain the relationship and rapport that you have. So those are just some of my initial thoughts on the mandated reporting process. It's always uncomfortable. No one likes to hear that they're not well enough to handle themselves, or no parent likes to hear that they're not doing things right. And there's just so many other variables. So, yeah, those are just some of my initial thoughts around that process. And, I look forward to hearing feedback from all of you. Thank you.